Hey, what's happening? This is Cooper Anderson. Today I'm going to make a beat with the iMpc Pro iPad app. And this is one of my favorite apps for just getting ideas down. It's kind of a different way of thinking from the usual Ableton or Logic or Pro Tools or whatever. And I really like this app because it has a lot of sound packs available for purchase, and they go on sale all the time. So that's when I usually pick them up. But it's got a lot of different sounds, like basic one shots and loops and whatnot. But I'm just going to use it for kind of like getting some basic ideas down, like start a song and see what we can do with it. And then I'll upload that to either Logic or Ableton or Pro Tools and continue and finish the song in there. So anyway, here we go. Let's get started. All right, so this is the opening screen that you see when you first open the app. And I'm just going to click this little button here to do a new project. And you can do a bunch of templates. These just have the standard stock patches loaded into them. But I'm just going to start with 0 blank canvas because I want to load my own sounds. All right, so then once you have a new track, the first thing I like to do is save this and rename it. So I'm going to go up here, and it's actually already saved as 0 blank canvas copy. So I'm just going to save and close. And then I'm back on my main screen, and I'll just click the little, whoops. All right, so we're actually going to click on this little, on the actual name here. And then we can name the track. We'll just call this Coop Jam Tutorial. All right, so now we can reload the session. Okay, so when I'm in iMpc, this is the main screen that pops up, and I want to first load a kit. So I'm going to click here on Program, and this shows all the kits. Here are like the factory kits, and then I've loaded the kits that I purchased from the audio copy onto here. So we'll just load up the iMpc Trap City to start with. And you can hear that's got some pretty dope sounds. So we'll just go up here. There's different banks in the patch. All right, so first thing we want to do is set the tempo. So you go here to song. We'll name the sequence. We'll just call it main beat. And then we're going to set the tempo. Let's try about 80. And the cool thing about this is when you're dragging it up and down like that, it doesn't exactly snap to whole numbers. So you can get kind of like a weird decimal, which I think is cool. And you can actually either tap tempo or set for the whole song. So we'll just go ahead and set that for the whole song. So now when we click on different sequences, it'll be the same tempo automatically. Okay, so then we'll make it a 4-bar loop for now, just to start with. Okay, so then we go back to the program. All right, so now we're gonna just hit record and record along with the click. We also have to hit play to start, and there's going to be a quick countdown, and then we can come in with the beat. I forgot I made that 4 bars, so we'll actually change that back. We can make that 2 bars so it loops right. Ah, there we go. if we want to quantize that, we can go back to main and hit time correct. And then here are the quantization values. You can add swing and stuff. So we'll just click fix track here. And let's see how we're lining up with the click now. That sounds pretty spot on. So we can actually manipulate the sequence as well by clicking here on timeline, and this will show you exactly what MIDI notes are being hit. And then you can see that we've quantized everything right to the grid, so we're pretty good there. Now, one of the things the MPC is known for is the note repeat and like rolling. So we can actually do that with this note repeat function. So let's find a hi-hat to do a roll with. All right, so let's try this in action. All right, so now that we've got that recorded in, we can check it out again on the timeline. Right here, and we can see the MIDI. I like the triplets, but let's just edit our pattern a little bit. Maybe we can take the triplets out and have them come in on the second part here. So let's select this first one. Then we can select these three notes, click them once, hit delete. And then we're going to take these, click them once, and then we can go to duplicate. And now that little 30-second note pattern has been copied over. So let's hear this. And you see there, I undid that last thing because I meant to delete these notes, but I actually duplicated them. So you just click on the undo, and it has a list of undo things, undo steps, and then you just click on how far back you want to go, and it'll undo it. So let's click this again and delete it. And now I'm going to save. We'll just do a quick save project. You got to save often on this app because it's a little buggy and it crashes often. And for me, the file management part of it is easier to keep track of if I'm just saving the whole time. Plus, it's a good habit to be in. So anyway, let's hear this this edit. We can actually add a couple more notes to make the kick pattern a little more fun. Now let's see if we can find some more sounds. That clap pattern sounds like it could be a cool B section, so let's do that. Let's go to song and see here we have sequences. So we're on sequence 1 as main beat. We'll just make sequence 2 and call this the B section. Oop, actually I did that wrong. We can... So we can go there and like copy these over like that. So I wanted to actually duplicate that so we can add the clap. So let's, okay, so this is still B section, I believe. No, okay, so we got to rename this again since I copied it over. B section. All right, so we'll hit play. Okay, so we're still on the same beat, but we're on a different sequence. So this second sequence, we're going to go back to the main pattern on the C bank, and we're going to add that clap. And as you can hear, my timing is pretty awful there. So we'll actually time correct that. And that's going to be 8th notes. Fixed track. Let's hear this. Now that made the claps perfect, but it messed up my kicks and snares because those were 16ths. Well, this is getting a little complicated, so I'm actually just going to add them in manually. Now, by default, the iMpc has a major compressor on it, which kind of mangles your sound a little bit. So you can actually go to the mixer and take that off by just dragging these down, and then you can hear your raw sounds. All right, so that's kind of dope. So if we want to add another sound from another pack, we just go here to track and we add track 2, and then we see we have an empty program, and then we can just go through our sounds again and find something else. Let's check out this vocodertron. I'm not actually feeling that patch. Let's see what else we can find. Future hit. Kind of a cool little groove. Let's lay it down. Okay, and now if I want to mute parts out of that, I can just go to pad mute and mute those 2 chord things, so we just have beats. All right, so now let's make a few more sequences. C section. And another way to get rid of stuff is to play the track, you know, because now we're pad muting. That just mutes the sound, but we can like actually erase the MIDI by playing, holding erase, and then holding the pad that we want to erase. right, so now we have a few different sequences, and we can go and play through those like this. Actually, I think I'm going to like the other section coming in better first. Let's hear that. Yeah, something like that should be cool. So let's go to the arrangement. And then we can drag these in order. So we'll make 2 of the main beat. And then we'll do 2 of sequence 3. And then 2 of sequence 2. And then we can hear the full song by just hitting play song. Cool, so now we can audio copy our song. All right, cool. So that pasted in properly after a little bit of effort. So let's go back to iMpc. I just want to confirm the tempo, which is 81.91. And then we're going to rename this audio file here. Rename Coop Jam 81 underscore 91. I always use underscore instead of period on my file names because period denotes an extension, which is not what we're trying to do here, and this just keeps it more simpler. Okay, so now that we have the audio file, we can upload that to Dropbox. Import with Dropbox. We'll just choose, I don't know, the basic Dropbox folder. And now it's here uploading to Dropbox. So now it's possible for me to open that up on any app on my computer or with audio share. I can basically bounce it back and forth between iPad apps. So I'll do another tutorial where we stem everything out on the MPC, but for now we're just gonna rock with that. And so until next time.